I need to switch my hat.
Yeah.
As long as they don't care if I take one of their hats.
That's our hat.
It's our hat? Are we going to leave it with them?
It's debatable.
The rest of them are your hats. Podcast audience, thank you so much for joining us. I am your host, Andrew Crabtree. We're doing something a little different. We're not in the studio. We are in Northwest Iowa. We are with our friends ACN, a distributor of our product. We've got Alan Dykeshorn and Matt Smulders. Guys, thanks for hosting us.
You bet.
Thanks for being here.
Podcast from the field. So this morning we met up together at a dairy down the road and filmed. We're making some content. We can put that link in the description of this video. People can see what we're doing there. Filmed on a dairy, we filmed on the feedlot, we kind of been at your office for a little bit, and now we're filming a podcast from the field. So hopefully you guys have kind of seen all of the aspects of what we do with our marketing department today.
It's been exciting to watch you guys work.
Thrill of your lifetime. Thrill of your day, at least. Well, thanks for agreeing to do this. You guys are some of our favorite guys to work with. Just good working relationship. This is actually my first time in this part of Iowa. Spent some more time out in the more eastern part of Iowa, but it's really pretty over here. This you think of Iowa, you think of a lot of low-lying, flat ground crops, but over here where we're at, tons of dairies, some big dairies, some huge feedlots. Matt, we talked a little bit earlier off camera about the mix and the breakup, but you're kind of evenly split on feedlots and dairies around here, which is interesting to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of both here, from big ones to little ones. Just, I guess it's kind of just in the blood around here. I don't know what it is, but we like livestock. We put a lot of value in the corn and that we grow, and it's really been different. A lot of hog barns too. We like to say there's a hog barn on every square mile in Sioux County, Iowa, and I'm not lying, that probably is true. So yeah, a lot of different types of livestock. We even got chickens, good, bad, or otherwise.
Corn and livestock, it seems to be the commodity around here. Alan, what are you doing around here, and how long have you been handling Master's Choice?
We're going into our third season now of marketing Master's Choice seed, and it's been pretty exciting. We've had an opportunity to get some of these farms started. We've been walking with them and learning a lot, and you guys have been great in helping us get to where we are, and we're excited about the future.
Yeah, same here. So I like to joke, and I remember you guys were at our offices a few months ago for some training, and you kind of joked about like you like weird a little bit, and I got to think that maybe that's why we're in business together. So we both be a little different outside the box.
Absolutely, we walk that line of weird, crazy, outside the box. We want to be progressive. If it's different and it works, that's what we want to market.
Whatever is best for the farm.
It will be an advantage to the farmer we're working with.
So ACN, what services are you guys bringing to the farmers around here? What is your kind of mission or your ethos, and then maybe what specific products are you offering on those farms?
Number one, compost. We deal with a lot of local feed yards around here and market. We make the compost out of their raw cattle manure. Yeah. So it's a 3 week, or not 3 weeks, but it can be 3 week to 10 week process depending on your start quality of manure that you start with. So that's kind of our main thing. We do a custom spreading business and trucking business as well out of this location in Northwest Iowa. So that was kind of product number one for about 3 years. 2 or 3 years.
2 years.
That was basically what we did. About 4 years, 3-4 years into it, we started with marketing some agronomy stuff, biologically based stuff, trying to find an inoculant for our compost, number one, and we got into making our own secret sauces, I guess, and it's been working. We've learned a lot. a lot of trial and error involved with that. And then we got into some agronomy stuff, working with some other companies, and then we've actually found one that really worked in QLF agronomy, and we've been marketing that for 3 years now. 4
Yeah,
years.
we're going into our third season there,
Fourth
too.
season.
Fourth
So-
season? Yep.
But so yeah, that's been good. And then 3 years ago, we started with Master's Choice, and it kind of fit our wheelhouse. You know, Alan really wanted to sell Master's Choice real bad.
I'm glad.
And I sold seed for 4 or 5 years before that, and I said, Alan, I don't want anything to do with it. Everybody, it's the same stuff. It's just a cutthroat game. And then
And I went, these guys are different.
he said weird. But, yeah, that was his first word, was weird. No, so Kyle came and kind of showed us what the difference was and why you guys were doing it, and I was like, yeah, we probably better take a look at this, and haven't really looked back, I would say.
No.
So one of the things that I like in the marketing department here at Master's Choice is what I like about working with you guys is, one, you're great dudes, but two, like, you guys are really good about procuring and organizing data. Is data a big part of your approach to marketing, you know, products to your customers?
Absolutely. It's important. Anybody can buy anything and try it. And there are farms operators that will say, hey, let's give it a try, without a lot of data. But data sells. And I think that's part of our obligation to be in the business of marketing and sales of any product, is to make sure it works. The margins are tight enough in the industry of ag. We're working hard to feed an industry, feed a world, and we got to be mindful of every penny. So we want to make sure it works and works well.
So as you've kind of started researching, selling, seeing, you've been with Master's Choice now a few years, so that you can kind of see what's working, you know, what difference it does make on farms, and then, you know, outside of a feed test, I mean, in real life, what are the results that you're seeing, and what, like, you know, from those results, what are you taking to new farms and saying, hey, this is, you know, maybe it's a few bucks more per bag or whatever, but, you know, maybe what are you using to market to those guys?
You know, we talked about that a little bit this noon hour, and it's interesting because we've noted that we might be a little higher per acre, and we're not talking a lot higher, $7 or $10 an acre on seed cost, but we're finding that the higher starch and fiber digestibility is making a difference in the production of milk and beef. And so when you get to the other end of the equation, we're finding $200 and $300 and $400 returns per acre.
So you're trading maybe $7 an acre on your seed cost for hundreds of dollars an acre on the back end of profit.
Absolutely.
Or more.
Or more.
Thousands. We've seen thousands in some of our data that we've collected, just comparing certain hybrids. It's a huge decision to make that people don't think about, that one hybrid from this company isn't good, and that's costing you, by feeding it, it's costing you thousands of dollars an acre.
Does that help with customer retention? So the guys that have that you got to try it and then have seen that return on their acre, is that easier to get back on that farm than it was the first time?
No, absolutely. Yep.
The other cool thing is when a dairy farmer switches over to Master's Choice in particular, you know, they bought some seed, they made a pile of it, and they switch over, and you get a phone call a week later, holy cows, I just went up 5 pounds of milk per head per day. That's huge.
The best marketing or sales advantage that I've noticed in the several years I've been in this job is if you can convince a guy on a dairy to segregate his Master's Choice and feed it separately. So if it's not blended, if it's not all in the same bunker,
right,
if you can get him to segregate that, and then when he starts feeding it, he never switches back, because when he hits that Master's Choice, he knows as soon as he switches it, because the milk goes up. So let's, you know, I love what you guys believe about the concept. I know we've talked at length about Flex and what you guys think about Flex Genetics and supporting it, but what are the specific products in this part of the country that you guys are, you know, what are the hybrid varieties that you're seeing some success with and moving the most of?
6365.
Yeah, that's one of them.
It's my favorite. It's been, You know, we were really wet last year. What, 10 inches above normal rainfall plus 15 inches. Really great. We've been abnormally dry this year. Really great. So you get two extremes. It's been really good agronomically for us. And it tons up and it feeds, it's rocket fuel. So that, I guess, would be my favorite hybrid. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's the
that's
one we
right
sell
up
the
there.
most of, I would say.
5660 is another great hybrid. That's just a good workhorse. It's consistent from farm to farm. It's one of those varieties that just, with great nutrients, it does great. Maybe with poor nutrients in the soil, it still does great. It's a corn that you don't have to worry about. You can expect it to do what it says it'll do. 6150 is a great one. 5370. We're excited about a couple new numbers, and I don't want to mention them because we want as many bags as we can get of it.
Don't wanna sell
so I don't
them.
want to tell everybody what we're
60,
feeling.
70 maybe.
60, 70 is not
60,
good.
70, maybe.
I wouldn't, you know.
Nobody
Don't worry.
outside of Iowa needs to even worry.
All the
about
rest
that.
of you, don't worry about it. We'll test it a year for you and let you know next year.
Well, I want to thank you guys for all that you do. I mean, just the plots that you guys go through, and then the data that you put up for us. Just being here and seeing what you guys do and the relationships you have with your customers is great. And you guys do a good job of representing yourselves and us at the same time. So appreciate you guys for having us out. I would love for everybody watching to check out the links below for the videos that we worked on together while we were up here this week, and let's do this again.
That'll be great.
Be awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You did it.